Today I'd like to show you how to use the translation features in Google Meet. First, you're going to click on the chat box once you're in your Meet. That's on the bottom right-hand side. Once you're in there, you can right-click anywhere in the chat box. When you do that, a little menu will pop up and you're going to click on where it says Translate to English. Now at the very top, another pop-up comes up and it says Detected Language English. And that's if you click on English, or if you click on the three dots, pardon me, you can choose another language. So right now I'm in English. I'm choosing another language. There's many, many languages to choose from. These are all the languages that Google supports. And check back often because Google often adds other languages in. So let's say I want this to be in Japanese. Then I'll click on the blue Translate button. Now that I'm in there, everything is appearing right here in Japanese. So I'm going to zoom in so you can kind of see. There. So as you can see, the chat box is all in Japanese, which is going to make it a lot easier for a family that speaks Japanese to be able to communicate there. And so the chat will always appear in Japanese. And so even when I type in English, it auto-translated it to konnichiwa. So I wrote hello in English and it translated into the Japanese, into the hiragana script, the simplest alphabet in Japanese. So the other feature I'm going to show you here is to get closed captions. So I want to click on the CC button at the very bottom, and that's closed captioning. And then as you can see, what's happening is it's auto closed captioning everything I'm saying. Instead of just doing it only in English, it's changing it to Japanese as I speak. Something you want to be aware of. If you're using translated closed caption, or if you have you're speaking with someone on a Google Meet and you know that they're using translated closed captioning, try to keep your sentences a little bit simpler. Try to pause every one or two sentences just to give the system time to catch up. If I speak really fast, then it's really hard for it to catch up and it can get very confusing for someone who's trying to read it. However, if I speak just a little bit slower, if I take just a pause here and there, that allows the system to catch up and that makes it easier for the person who is reading the closed captioning. Keep in mind that this is not perfect. Closed captioning is not perfect. It is better than nothing, but it's not the same as having an actual paid interpreter live interpreting what you're saying. So use this with a grain of salt. Use it for meetings, for talking about things with your students' caregivers. But if it's something that's very, very important that involves, privacy or legal issues, and you need to make sure that your message is getting through clearly, please do use an official interpreter for that. But this is just for your general conversations or updates about things that you're doing in the classroom. All those things are great to do using translation features like this, do-it-yourself translation features. Now to shut this feature off, you want to click on the tiny G on the bar on the top of the web page. And that looks like a little Google Translate button there. Right now, it's on Japanese. So again, I'm going to click on the three buttons, choose another language, and this time I'm going to click on English. There we go. Now everything is back to English and I can click Translate again. Now you can see the message box is back to English. All the information here is written in English. All of the captions are written in English, and that's how you shut it off. Now, caveat here, you cannot turn on closed captioning in a different language on someone else's end. So if you're doing a conversation with a student or with their caregiver, you need to make sure that they know how to use this feature on their end. And you can show them in person how to do it on their device, and then they can use it the next time you have a conversation. But if you change these settings on your end, it's only you that sees the translation, not your audience. Sometimes though, if I'm going to be making a video, and I want the translation to be there, I want the closed captioning, sometimes I'll just do it this way, where I'll do a screencast of myself, and then that way I capture the translated closed captioning at the same time if I wish to send a short video to a family. Try it out and let me know how it goes. Hope you have fun.